everybody. It's Saturday afternoon. We're in William's apartment, and
we're gonna talk about doing a podcast. Today is the first day that we are starting.
You're yelling.
Sorry. I wake up in like manic states often. I crave.
What do you crave? Sex?
Energy. No, I crave energy. Send an email that changes my life. Send an email that's to someone that's just like, everything that we were planning on, throw it away. We're doing something new right now, starting now. Yeah. And then that's like 8:30 that I say that and feel that way.
And then you wake up?
And then I'm still asleep, but then I'm like, okay, I sent my email that is like changing my life, and that kind of wakes me up, and then I go in the bathroom. And I hang out on my phone a little bit.
I hang out on my phone a lot in the morning.
Yeah.
It's such a shame.
But, like, how much do you use your phone?
I use my phone a lot, just checking in to see if, like, everyone I know, like, what they're doing and what I've posted and...
Wait, you mostly check in with people about what they're doing and what you've posted?
Yeah, exactly that.
Like, you want to check in with what they're doing, and then they kind of check in with you about what you posted, because that's interesting.
No. They don't check in with me.
But so you check in with people?
I mean, I don't text people. I, like, look into their social media.
That feels like that's important. If we're so much on our phones, especially in the morning, and we have that energy, then the people that we're seeing and thinking about are the people on our phones.
We're trying to figure out who's on our phone and catching up with them, as opposed to rolling over and kissing our boo.
If I'm laying in bed looking at pictures and I see a picture of my boo, then I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm thinking about her and she's right here. But if my boo's not posting any pictures, then I don't even know that she's in bed with me.
No.
Because I'm looking at my phone and thinking about the people who are not in bed with me, because they're the ones posting the pictures.
Yeah.
And the boo's not posting the pictures. Which is, I think, a problem with sleeping, and you can't post in your sleep. But some people schedule their posts. So if you're sleeping in bed and you're not having sex with your partner, you schedule a post for 6 a.m.
Yeah.
It goes online. It's the first thing that your partner sees when they wake up.
That's
cool.
Want to initiate. They want to initiate into it all.
It's interesting.
All right. So what's the first piece of news that we should get into?
So if you're just tuning in, the first piece of news that we should get into, lately there's been...
Didn't you have something written down?
That woman in the airplane who is like having a real big episode.
Yes.
And she's pointing to the back of the plane being like, that motherfucker back there is not real. And then everybody looks, and people are like fascinated by it, like
that's
how
poetic too.
She like says something crazy and everybody looks. When she said that motherfucker back there is not real and everybody looks, that nobody laughs or like is like, what? She's crazy. But everyone takes her seriously for a moment and looks back there, because everyone is on the cusp of believing that stuff is so fucked up right now that maybe she's right and there is something back there that's not real. Because we're entering something close to an Armageddon, an apocalypse, the end of society. I feel like Oppenheimer, the movie coming out.
What did you say?
I feel like Oppenheimer, the movie coming out with Chris Nolan.
I don't think it's called Oppenheimer.
What's it called? Yeah, it
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. I was just reading it on a page.
You've never read that as a name before?
Anyway, I'm saying that when Oppenheimer...
What's the other movie that's coming out that day?
Barbie. We'll get to that.
Okay.
But the first news is that I feel like Oppenheimer coming out could potentially be a cultural, like...
Oppenheimer.
telling of a future like a nuclear apocalypse that's going to happen soon.
Wait, why? What's it about?
I believe that current stuff that's happening in the present can be a consequence of the future. Because I think that if you look at all of time as, it's all a set in stone thing, and we are experiencing it in a linear way, but everything that has exists, currently exists, and the future exists too. We're just like moving through it.
Yeah.
Because we think of things as a linear push forward, but it's actually like a ripple in all directions.
Yeah.
Like the universe expanding in that way. I've been talking about this to people for like a year now. I'm thinking about it a lot. I'm really analyzing it. So it's a ripple that makes the consequences like the butterfly effect idea, but that in a backwards way as well.
How do you know that?
Well, one time I was at a hotel and I got this idea at a hotel. We were really wanting to get an HDMI cord from the front desk so that we could watch a movie from her laptop on the computer, on the TV. And I had done something nice earlier.
AirPlay. What about AirPlay?
I don't know how to do that. I had done something. I forgot what I did, but I did something really nice, I think, that day. And I had an idea that, like, this is something that's going to be like a karmic effect. And then I got the HDMI cord. I think I'm misremembering that in a way.
Okay, so the story has there's no plot, you don't remember any.
I remember I wanted an HDMI cord.
You don't remember you started the story and you didn't remember anything from it?
Well, that's all to say that's how I got the idea. And I've developed it a lot since then.
You can't try and pitch this idea and then start to tell an anecdote, which, I mean, in essence, an anecdote does help sell a pitch so well. And you did try and tell it and then had no recollection of it.
I forgot that I didn't remember what it was until I started talking.
Oh, God, I have done that. I actually, no shade, because I am realizing that I do that all the time. Mm-hmm. I did that last night.
Which part? What were we talking about?
What were we just talking about?
No, last night.
Oh.
What did you say that you did that with?
I was like talking about. I remember I was talking about something, and then I was like, damn, I'm doing it again.
What did you say last night?
It was something about like being in Italy, and I like met someone, and I was like, no, it wasn't about that. I know it was about something.
But the idea is there.
Shit.
The idea is
sorry.
that you did it.
Shit, wait. Let me just think of it for a second. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I said something and it was kind of funny, but I remembered that in the story, the thing that the other person said was actually funnier, and I couldn't remember what they said.
And now you can't remember.
I know I can't even remember what I said.
Memory is a fickle thing. It comes and goes.
It does. I had a girl in high school who she would just always say the phrase like, "Hey, do you guys remember like blah, blah, blah?" And then she would go into like this, detail of something, and we would all be like, "Oh yeah," or like, "Oh, I don't know." But she just did that all the time. Like, she was kind of obsessed with memory.
Yeah. As you approach the speed of light, it changes. So it's not
what if this is a memory?
It is. Right?
It is. It is a memory when people will listen to this.
Yeah.
It will be a
It's like we're
memory for
actively creating a memory. And if you're not present, it's never even a moment. It's always memory. Mm-hmm. So that's the importance of being present at all times.
Yeah. Okay, and when we'll be done, it'll be over. And then we can revisit this. That's the most amazing thing about recording.
Me too. I love recording. Yeah, me too. Me too on that.
Exactly. And that's what I think style is in essence, right?
Style is in essence.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, it's a way, it's a style in essence, which also now we're moving on to the portion of the podcast that is style and culture. Yeah, so if you want to cover the bookmark,
we finished news.
Yeah, we finished news.
So that's news.
Oh, also the submarine imploded.
I feel like, yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did. You don't have to feel that. It definitely did.
Yeah. And that's okay that happened because...
Of course, yeah.
Things like that happen all the time.
And it's been happening since the beginning of time. Submarines have been imploding.
Yeah, that's just the Earth does that.
Yeah, well, it really was. It was the pull of gravity and pressure that has always existed.
Yeah.
And some animals have figured out how to do it, and some animals haven't.
And they're separated.
And that's why we're separated. And that's why people are like, why haven't we seen every part of the ocean? And it's like, have you also been to the top of every tree?
No.
Like, there's so much. It's like if you study a tree, you understand kind of like what most of those trees are.
Yeah.
And people are going crazy that it's like we haven't explored every part of the ocean. It's like, yeah, and then my answer is, have you been in every tree?
Well, I think you can go above the trees.
No, but that's not what I
With,
mean. That's not what I mean.
Satellite. We can see it all with satellite. We can't see it with the ocean.
But it's like there are probably plenty of places on this earth that like, you know the thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to say a sentence right now that no one has ever said before?
Yeah.
And you can kind of infinitely do that?
Yeah.
That's what I feel about, like, Earth. Like, there's definitely places on Earth that people have never put their foot on, even if it's very close to someone else's footprint. You know, like, there's part of Earth where it's like, oh, I'm sure no human has put their foot down right here, right? Not in New York, but, like, just random parts of the Earth, right? Like the top of a random tree.
Yeah, no one stepped on the top of a random tree.
Right. So it's like, why are people getting obsessed that they have to, like, count every piece of sand at the bottom of the ocean?
The thought is, like, there could be something down there that's
There is something down there. There could be something at the top of that tree.
No, but at the top of the tree, we know that there's nothing because of the satellite. But down there, we can't see it. So there's the thought of, like, what if there's a hole into the center of the earth? Or what if there's an ancient stone that is from aliens? Mm-hmm. What if there's
is aliens.
What if there's secrets?
There is aliens.
There is?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, people are capturing a lot of videos lately. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, people are capturing a lot of videos lately.
What are they? What do the videos show?
They're like clouds that are moving really fast and changing shape in the sky.
Whoa.
And I'm like you could CGI that, right? Because there was that movie Nope.
Yeah.
Like, it's possible to CGI something like that, and we've seen it in cinema. But it's like, I do think that there's probably technology with aliens where it's like, oh, these people have seen clouds in the sky. We're going to map onto our ship a cloud on the outside so that it looks like a cloud.
Yeah.
And the thing is, people are going crazy about it.
They would do that. If an alien was trying to be covert, it's like, what's the one thing that's in the sky? Clouds. Their science probably doesn't make any sense to us. So it's like, they very well could be painting something see-through, and we just don't know how. But also people are going crazy that, like, okay, aliens, like, they're going to come down and they're going to kill us, and they're killing us, they're going to kill us, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, they have been around. If time is not linear, they have been around, and they've decided not to kill us. Like, they could be coming back from the future to see us. True.
It's like they haven't destroyed us, so it's like clearly they're just here to explore, like we would be on a safari. Or a submarine.
And then it'll implode. How come there's no imploding spaceships in the sky?
Well, there is.
There is. You've seen them? Or what do you mean?
I haven't seen them, but they're the same kind of, like, physics happens up as it does down. With pressure.
Yeah, totally.
That is crazy. Where it's like, where we are pressure-wise is so easy for us. But if we go too high or too low, we will implode.
Yeah, is crazy. This is the perfect pressure for us.
This is the perfect pressure for us. You ever get on a day when it's a little, like, it's about to rain and you get a headache?
Yeah, because it
the
feels
pressure
like the pressure
changes.
changes. Damn, that's so interesting. I love it when it rains.
Can I go?
Yeah.
So, have you seen the other video of the woman at the airport that's getting taken out by all those security guards?
No.
Oh, okay. If you're listening to this, if you're just tuning in now, this is a podcast about news, culture, maybe sports. We don't know. And we're talking about the viral video of, so there's a woman who's in an airport, and then she gets like essentially taken away by like 5 security guards because she's going crazy, and she was like, am I not sexy enough for you? Am I not hot enough? And then she starts spitting on all of them.
Damn.
And then people were commenting like, what are they putting in these drinks at the airport? And people are like, what's going on at the airport? It's like, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can buy alcohol at duty free and bring it onto the plane.
Yeah, wow. And then that's gonna
tax free.
That's cheaper than buying it on the plane itself.
Yup. You know what my dad did once?
What?
He emptied some shampoo bottles that were under the liquid limit and filled up a bunch of little shampoo bottles with a bottle of red wine, brought it on the plane.
And he just drank the red wine from his shampoo?
From the bottles, yeah.
Wow. And just opening up bottles of shampoo on the plane and then putting it away and then looking around, getting another from his bag. He did that like 12 times and just drink the shampoo. They don't want to talk to him. I saw a video of a guy getting eaten by a shark recently.
When? Where?
It was like near a boat. It was like the shark came near the boat. That. And he like was swimming towards the boat and he like went under.
Wait. They show that in the video? No, they don't.
Yeah.
It's just like implied later. Because they were looking for him, right? He was a kid?
No. That was the kid that jumped off the boat?
Yeah.
No, that I didn't... That happened. That's a different thing. That's like... I can imagine being that drunk and just being like, yeah, I'll jump over, it'll be crazy, I'll get wet, and then I'll just hop right back in. Because you don't really realize that the boat's going so fast. Because it's dark, and you look out, and you don't realize...
But also, like, the weird part about that is that the tube was there.
They probably... Someone threw the tube over immediately, probably.
But he didn't go towards the tube. He went opposite direction.
Well, he was probably trying to, but...
No, he wasn't.
He swam...
I saw the video.
And he swam away the other way?
He swam away the other way.
Why?
I know. Things like this happen all the time. The reason why they become famous or viral is because there's so many whys. Why? You know, and then everyone wants to know why, and so they follow it. So they say, what happened? I'm going to stay tuned.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, it's a tragic story. And I think that in a conversation like this, we can't deny, and I'm not addicted to gender. We can't deny gender.
That is crazy. Look at my other topic.
Gender. Because I did not see what he wrote on this paper.
No.
This is not a visual medium, but I'm holding it up to the camera. I did not predict what was on this. He had a question for me and for us. We were both going to answer it eventually.
Yeah.
But he took the time to create it. And I didn't even see that he had already written gender as one of them.
So that's
and I have to say, I am the person that is least addicted to gender. I don't know if I'm the person least addicted to gender, but I'm not addicted to gender.
Yeah. Scary.
There was somebody that followed me after something where Zach Schiffman was also there, because I remember texting him about it after. I was walking to the G that was like kind of near Atlantic Barclays. And then I decided to walk down this, like, quiet street, and it was, like, after midnight, which is, like, you know, I know that you're going to say, okay, don't walk around a quiet street after midnight, but for real, that's because I'm a woman.
So someone was in a crowded area and then peeled off with you into the, street?
I think they saw me walk down this quiet street, and then, thankfully, I had one of my headphones out of my ear, and I could hear someone running up behind me, and I turned around, and he's like about to say something, and I just go, no. He was like, Getting back into the topic, viral videos of people in really big groups, and then something scary happens, everyone runs. That's flight.
Wow. Yeah.
Which is natural. I feel like that's really natural, and actually it's probably the smartest thing.
I think my instinct is probably to run too. I had when we were at the Nexium headquarters, and I was like opening the. Never mind.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have it like.
Do you think that we should do the phone calls?
Hello?
Hey, Zach.
Hi.
I'm here with Chloe, and we were just calling you to say hi.
Wait, can I call you in 10 minutes?
Yeah, call us back.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good. All right, talk to you later.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
You turn your voicemail back on.
Let's play the game.
Oh, okay. What's the game?
The game is where we each go around the room and we would say we say either a name or a number. And then if you say a name, then the next person has to say a number.
Is your voice memo on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you say a name, then you have to start talking about that. I don't know.
I wasn't even listening at all. I wasn't listening at all.
I don't have an idea.
Let's play a game called What Would You Drink?
Okay.
Right now, what would you drink?
Water. Right now, what would you drink?
Coffee. Iced coffee. All right. In an hour, what would you drink?
Coca-Cola.
Really?
Yeah, there's some here.
And you do that?
Sometimes.
Normally?
Not normally. Caroline had bought a bunch of Coke. I think it's bad.
Cans?
No, 2 liters.
Oh my god.
Because we had a party.
A cup of Coke?
Yeah, with ice.
Wow, that's crazy to have. Well, it's probably not sparkling at all.
It's
flat as all
flat
hell.
as shit. It's not going to be fun.
I wonder if you can make something out of unfizzy Coke. Like a recipe. We should look it up after and see.
Yeah, and we'll put it in the comments.
Yeah. We'll make
Put
it
in
the
the
caption.
description,
We'll
in the
make it the caption.
What would you drink in 1 hour from now?
I would like to drink like a type of like lemonade type, like a fruity kind of soda. And then what would you drink tonight?
Tonight I'm gonna be oh, it's funny, the video, your feet are completely covering your face. It happened for a while.
Wow.
Yeah. This is a crazy podcast where anything can happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes Chloe's feet are gonna be covering her face, and that's just something to get used to.
We're kind of an anything goes kind of podcast. What is the what is the how do they get the type, what is the type of caffeine in it?
I think it's called guaryang.
It can't be that.
Garang.
That's different than what you just said.
I tried it a couple ways.
Isn't it like taurine?
Taurine. It is taurine. That's why it's the bull. Taurus.
Oh, is it really?
Probably.
Guaranine.
That's another kind of thing. Guaryang is like a type of some like spice or root or something that causes some sort of stimulation.
What?
I love stimulation. I love things that like affect me. I love that. I love caffeine.
Drugs.
Yeah, I love caffeine, alcohol, weed, Adderall.
Those
like
are all
anything.
drugs.
Like I don't like taking them too much or overdoing it, but I like taking something that is gonna like
affect
me.
I know. It
rather than
feels so fun to like know that at different parts in your day you can be surprised by something that isn't you, that makes you feel other than yourself a little. And or more like yourself or less like yourself, which is very fun that we get to do that every day, essentially, with coffee and, you know.
Do you drink coffee every day?
I do. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that. If you drink coffee at all, you probably drink it every day.
Yeah. Yeah.